On this episode of Peace, Love, and Barbecue, a headstrong ex-college football player from the Motor City plays all out to stand out against the competition. Mike Mills is known as the legend. Each week, would-be barbecuers come from all over to 17th Street Barbecue in Murphysboro, Illinois, to learn from the Mills family and crew. One thing's for certain, they all leave a little different from when they walked through the door.
My name is Chris Callendar. I'm 25 years old. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. So after I went through undergrad in engineering and was offered a position in chemical engineering, I decided to walk away from that because of the obsession that I have for barbecue, authentic American barbecue. And now I'm currently in the process of opening the Victory Smokehouse in Warren, Michigan. The pit opens, we bring over the product, and it's sliced right in front of you. So you come through and you decide on which products you want, and then you make your way to your seating. You know, we're not going back in a kitchen to make something you've ordered and then 20 minutes to bring it out. You know, we started 2 days ago, so we really want to focus on that window of perfection and that 4 to 5 hours of selling until, like you guys said, you sell the sellout, and that's, you know, a phenomenal feeling.
Some days you'll call and you'll have the leftovers, but at the same time, being able to know how to, I'm going to say, reconstitute that and hold it in the correct way for it still to be good the next day. But if you got the right product, they'll come for it.
To see what you guys are shaking, and I can see you got a bag here that says brisket, 9 parts pepper, 1 part salt.
Well, we also have added garlic salt to that.
You have garlic, and then you have pepper, and then you have salt.
I like what Chris from Detroit is trying to do, and I think the idea of the dueling pits and seeing it all right there is so interesting.
How long is your duration where you let them sit?
I'm going to tell you, you want to have an hour and a half.
I respect the experience people have, and to be honest, I just want to learn from it, pick their brain, have my questions I want to ask. You know, if there's something I want to learn more about, or I see something that they're doing, I'm going to attack it, you know, and I'm going to say, what are you doing, why are you doing it? And I'll follow them around a pit until they give me an answer, so I walk away, you know. But how are you holding them? So you take that out right now, you're going to wrap it, or you're going to put that in like a tin, then wrap that? I'm
going to plastic wrap them.
Just like that, then they're done.
Everything I do, everything that we do here gets plastic wrapped. You know, you got to have a dream. At the same time, it's not practical, but that doesn't mean it can't be done, and that is your challenge. The same as we try to go from the pit to the plate as close as we possibly can.
So tomorrow, we are going to throw a little wrinkle in things, and you all are going to do some cooking. Everybody has to cook a different side dish, so think quick what you want to cook.
And now, can we also take first shot at smokers?
Yes.
All right.
It's not competitive at all.
No. Give me a 55-gallon drum. That's all right. I'm still going to kick his chicken's ass. It don't matter.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Sounds like a challenge to me.
This one's available tomorrow. This is what I would like to use.
I think we're going to have to draw numbers. It wouldn't hurt if I knew your number.
If you knew my number?
You know, a $5 bill never hurt anything either to go along with that.
Just take it. There it is. Go ahead. You can find a $5 bill in there. You're a lucky man. This is the sexiest thing I've seen since I pulled up Murphysboro. Besides Mike, of course, you know.
Yeah, right. I got you. I got you.
You haven't let anybody talk. All right, so we're going to draw numbers.
You got number 5?
5.
Woo! That big, sexy bitch over there is all mine, man. Look at that thing.
What you gonna do with it?
Woo!
What you gonna do with it?
What am I gonna do with this?
Yeah, what you gonna do with it?
Oh my God, I'm gonna cook some serious Q out of this thing.
Okay.
So I'm gonna name this pit Eleanor. It's got a classic beauty to it. It's gonna be a straight wood, fire, smoke, absolute authentic American barbecue.
So, Chris, are you gonna do a dry rub with that, or are you gonna do just?
I'm gonna do a dry rub. Right now, I'm just applying this. It's got some acidity. Oh, I see him over my shoulder. I see what he's doing. He's probably already thinking, this kid's already messing up. So, you know, this is where the engineering comes in. These guys all got their nifty switches, the electricity. And this is just good old-fashioned, straight up building the fire. This obviously is set up so you can burn 2 fires. We're gonna keep the fire, as it's young, we're gonna build it up with this stuff. Right now, we're just gonna clean off this cooking surface. Let the heat rise. If we got a dial that works. What's going on, Mike Mills? Come on. That's all right. We don't need temperature gauges. Now you just pray. Beef now meets pig.
Okay.
Say hello, pig.
It looks
man.
good.
Hey, Brisket, how you doing? Oh, I'm good. Man, bacon, you really provide a nice little warm blanket.
Okay. You talking.
Yeah.
As long as the flavor backs it up, we're all good.
This is all I'm serving right here. That's it. I'm just gonna walk away now.
I want that flavor to back it up.
What are we doing?
I'm just gonna, because we got the time, I'm gonna wrap these and I'm just gonna do a little bit of butter. And right now we're gonna stick butter, which is fine. It's obviously gonna melt. I'm usually, we do a squeeze butter, which is fun.
Squeeze butter's not butter.
So anyway.
Well, it's not. It's fake.
Well, what would you like me to call it for the purpose of the camera?
It doesn't matter. Okay, we have 1 hour left. How are we doing?
We're good.
On track?
On track, yeah. We could eat these right now. See this, how this is pulling away from the bone here? They're gonna enjoy this a lot.
Thank you. How are ya?
Good, good.
You look tired.
No, I'm just sad because I'm not in my smoker anymore, so.
Tell us what we have.
This is the baby back ribs, and then obviously the chicken wings, and I did a little twist on some beans that we do at the Victory Smokehouse. My ribs, simplicity is really starting to be key for us, and I want to just let the process kind of add all the flavor, but basically just our heat, our salt, and then I'll finish with some sweet. I want to let the smoke do the work and the process.
Let us test these out, and we'll talk a little bit later.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you.
It had a poker face on. I'm just kind of happy that Mike Mills is eating my food to begin with. So, experience is one thing, and I would never take anything away from Mike and that experience. But I think that there's a lot to be gained with being aggressive and enthusiastic and really just obsessing about it. Yeah, maybe a guy has 20 years plus on me in experience. Does that necessarily mean that his product is going to be better than mine? No, absolutely not.
So Chris, how'd you feel about your barbecue?
I was happy with it. I was very pleased with the way it turned out. Again, cannot wait to hear your responses.
Well, I loved your flavor. I think your layering of the flavors that you're doing is working really well for you. I thought it was a little smoke heavy. I can still taste some smoke in my mouth.
Your rib was good. I enjoyed the rib.
Thank you.
Good flavor, good zing at the end, so to speak. I thought it was nice.
Thank you.
I thought you adapted very well just from what I saw. When you're using a pit that you completely had no clue how it was going to cook or what it was going to do.
The beans, they were beans. I just was kind of surprised there wasn't a lot more, I want to say fat into the beans from the burn ends.
Because you saw what I was including, yeah.
Bacon.
Well, I would suggest that in case this lady that makes your beans happens to get hit by a pie truck,
I think I should get
that you might want to find out how to make them. But thank you again for taking the challenge. Appreciate it. One of the things that I hope that you've seen here, and I hope that it's come across, is no one individual can do it all. It's a team. You got to work together. Everybody within this building has one common cause. You want to be the best.
To play off that, we want to be the best, but we want to be the best together. And, we are a family. And I think, in all the conversations that we've had here, you've never heard anybody here talk bad about anybody else's barbecue. And I hope that you will learn that the barbecue world is really a community and a family. If you are not the person that people want to be around, or that people want to learn from or respect or look up to, it's going to be really, really difficult to lead a team.
Understood for sure. We're aggressive. We believe in our process, and we feel that it separates us in our area because of this is a huge sacrifice we take. to cook on like the pits that I've talked about. And yeah, we joked around about, you know, electricity and stuff. That's fun. That's fun for me. You know, and I love talking with these guys, and I tried their barbecue.
Do you think they were having fun?
Absolutely. And if they didn't, you know what? Get a sense of humor, because I'm gonna come with some game, and there's competition. And I think competition can be very healthy. And to do that and to do it competitively, but still have a mutual respect, I think is very much achievable.
So this afternoon, we're gonna have a little bit of time together to work on one thing. And what would you like to talk about in that time?
I had a few ideas, but I want to focus on the logistics, really.
As close from the pit to the plate as you possibly can.
Right, but I want to see the reality of it, and you say, well, this is actually, you know, typically what we see.
The whole secret is how to hold and reconstitute what you have, what you've got left. I've got a lot of dollars tied up here. We got it left over. We cooked it yesterday, but we got some left over. I can wrap that shoulder in plastic or that butt in the plastic film. We do a hot hold all night in a stand-up warmer at 150 degrees. The next morning, we've got butts and shoulders coming off. We will mix a hot, fresh one with one that was held for, I'm going to tell you, 12, 14, 16 hours.
But the purpose of holding it like that, I mean, in my mind, what the other pathway of just wrapping it like you did and then putting it and refrigerating it and then heating it.
Because then you're retherming it, but we're just holding it. So it's still, it's
so
ultimate
that
freshness.
12 to 16 hours still doesn't do it. I mean, I guess you are wrapping
It's holding it like in a stable.
Yeah.
It's at a stable temperature.
And I'm sure you do it because you realize it doesn't have any difference.
I could run a test with you and show you.
Oh, I believe it, yeah.
You know, you won't be able to tell me which one's which.
And you're completely confident in that warmer for 12, you said it's 16 hours, with that plastic wrap.
Yes.
In the process you described.
Absolutely.
But no, I was actually really happy to hear that, the reconstituting, but a lot of guys say, well, you know, if you're gonna take it off the pit, you gotta serve it, and there's no reheating, but I mean...
You can't afford not to.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, Chris lost a little bit of his attitude and replaced it with knowledge his investors can't buy.
Now going back and selling my investors on the time that was spent here, and then the knowledge that I can bring back, it's kind of one of those unquantified, values, because you can't put like a monetary number to it. It's just one of those things like, look, things are going to be changed and altered because of the knowledge that I've acquired while I was here. The benefits it's difficult to weigh them now, but definitely worth it. We will provide an authentic American product that will have no sacrifice in the method of smoking to produce that barbecue. We will make it as authentic as we possibly can.
Like what you see? Visit our online store to find some of our favorite 17th Street barbecue products shipped right to your home.